Hello, guys. It's me here, Josh, and I am the Super Football fan number 18 here. And today we'll be doing the NFL prediction picks for the wildcard round of the 2025 to the 2026 NFL season. Yep, that's right. We're about to officially get started with the NFL playoffs. And as time goes on, we're going to be going from the wildcard round to the division round to the championship game and lastly the Super Bowl to decide who will be the champion and aka world champion or the Super Bowl champs of Super Bowl 60. Otherwise, last time the Denver Broncos beat the Los Angeles Chargers by a final score of 19-3, and that actually allowed them to get the first seed as a result in the NFL playoffs in the AFC. Also, if you don't know how the NFL playoffs work, your goal is essentially put you want to get to the Super Bowl and win it. So what you want to do is your goal is just plain up, just keep on winning. If you lose, you're officially eliminated out of the playoffs, and that means you're officially toast. So depending on what happens, you have to keep on winning. But if your team fails to do so, your team's pretty much officially or is going to be eliminated from the playoffs. Either way, with that being said, before I also get started with this video, I should also mention this as well. I'm back in with a brand new dorm. This is my new dorm, folks. For my vocational school. Hope you like it. This is going to be the remainder. This will be here for the remainder of my videos, going from the wildcard round to the Super Bowl 60. Otherwise, we're going to go and begin with the wildcard week for the NFL playoffs. And to start off, we have two games on Saturday. We have the Los Angeles Rams against the Carolina Panthers, and then we have the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears as your Saturday Night Football matchup on Prime Video. Oh, and the Rams and the Panthers are going to have a Fox game. Which, by the way, just a quick heads note: there's no Fox. There's no double CBS games for the wild card this time. It's going to only be Fox, and because of that, we will not have a Nickelodeon stream as a result because there were no dome stadiums to record the NFL stands. But otherwise, to start off, we have the LA Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers for a 4 o'clock matchup on Saturday on Fox. For my prediction pick, it's pretty obvious. Give me the Rams over the Panthers. The Rams are pretty good. I know they struggled a couple times, but I think with their bounce back, I think they're gonna find a way to beat Carolina. Carolina doesn't have the squad to beat the Rams. Now they did upset the Rams earlier this season, but I still think that the Rams are going to have the best squad overall. So give me the Rams over the Panthers for my prediction and my pick. And then we got the Saturday Night Football matchup for the first primetime matchup for the playoffs this season and for the wildcard round. We have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears at Chicago for another playoff game, for the second NFC playoff game to be exact. For my prediction and pick, give me the Chicago Bears. As much as I hate to see it to the Green Bay Packers, I think the Green Bay Packers are one and done. I think the first round exits, aka first round bounce. The problem about the Packers is they lost Max Crosby. Wrong player. They lost Michael Parsons. Jordan Love is hurt, and basically the Packers are not healthy. And with the Bears having a phenomenal season, I really don't think the Packers are going to win. So for my prediction, give me the Bears. But for my pick, I'm going to have to give it to the Green Bay Packers just because I prefer the Bears. I prefer the Packers over the Bears, and I think the Packers are a pretty cool team. But next up, we're going to move on to Sunday next. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get started with the Sunday games next. And for all the Sunday games that we have for this week, The start off Sunday for the 1 o'clock matchup and the only CBS matchup for this week. We have the Buffalo Bills heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars for for the first AFC wildcard matchup. For my prediction pick, though, as much as I like the Bills, I don't think it's going to be your Bills. I hate to say it. I have to give to the Jags. So my prediction, Jacksonville, because Trevor Lawrence has been playing pretty good. The defense has been pretty good. And their head coach has been playing outstanding when it comes to mine. For my pick, though, I'm gonna actually give it to the Buffalo Bills just because the Bills are a pretty cool team, and even if they don't have defense at all, I do think I do think Josh Allen's a pretty good quarterback as a result. So I still think Buffalo is a pretty solid team nonetheless. So for my prediction, give me Jacksonville, but for my pick though, give me Buffalo. The next up, we have the San Francisco 49ers against the Philadelphia Eagles for the third and final NFC playoff game. The third and final NFC wildcard game, I meant to say, was also on Fox. And just a quick side note, no Nickelodeon game on CBS because there's no dome stadiums. Otherwise, for my prediction pick for this week, it's hard to say who I'm gonna go. It's hard to see who it's gonna be, but based around scenarios, I think I'm gonna have to get to the Eagles just because. I mean, I know the Eagles have been playing pretty good, and so have the 49ers. But I feel like without the defensive lineman for San Francisco, I think Philadelphia has the better odds on winning this game. So for me personally, prediction: give me the Eagles. But for the pick, though, I'm actually gonna go for the 49ers. Not to say that I hate the Eagles. I don't hate the Eagles. The only real reason why I'm saying I would choose the 49ers over the Eagles is because of this. I think it's not only because San Francisco wants the revenge of Philadelphia after losing to the NFC Championship game back in 2020, back in the 2022 to the 2023 season, but also the only other real reason why I'm choosing San Francisco is because I think San Francisco. I just kind of want someone else to win the Super Bowl other than Philly. I just think someone else winning the Super Bowl would be kind of cool, honestly. Not no offense on Philly. I'm just saying it'd be nice if someone else wins. And then finally for the last Sunday night, for the Sunday game, for the last Sunday game for the wildcard round for this season, for the wildcard round, we have the Los Angeles Chargers against the New England Patriots for the wildcard round for the second wildcard round for the AFC. For my prediction, it's gonna be pretty obvious. I'm gonna give it to New England. Drake May's been playing pretty good. The head coach is pretty good, Mike Vrabel. And then thirdly, I do think their defense is really really good, and I do consider them as a pretty big playoff team as a result. However, if I had to go for my pick, though, I'm actually going to give it to the Los Angeles Chargers. Not to say because I hate the Patriots or the Chargers or anything, but because I think I would like to see the Chargers win it, just because maybe for a good potential chance to see maybe if Denver takes on the Chargers, be kind of cool, even though it probably won't happen. Oh, and this game is also going to be the Sunday Night Football matchup for Sunday Night Football on NBC for the wild card round. And after that, we finally have the Monday Night Football matchup next the only matchup for Monday next as of now. So we're gonna talk about next. Okay, and finally, the only Monday game for this week. We only have one Monday game, which is going to be on Monday Night Football. We have on ESPN and ABC. And for the final AFC wildcard game, the third and final one, we have the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for the sixth and final wildcard game and the third and final AFC wildcard game for this week. For my prediction pick for this one, it's a bit of a hard one to say because I do think Aaron Rodgers is great, but I think the problem about the Steelers though is that the problem that they have to face is the Texans defense. So for me personally, for my prediction, I'm gonna have to give it to the Houston Texans just because Houston's defense has been pretty big as it is, as being the number one best defense in the league. So I consider them as my prediction. But for my pick, though, it's a hard one to say. But if I had to say who I think is going to be my pick, though, for the Broncos, that's good. It's wrong game for the Texans Steelers game. I'm gonna have to give it to the Steelers because honestly, if you want to be completely honest here, if the Broncos were to take on the Houston Texans, it wouldn't be easy because of course you would have to take on the number one best defense, and it would be tough for the Broncos to beat the Texans altogether. So for me personally, I consider. For me personally, I'm going to go for the Houston Texans. I'm going to give it to the Pittsburgh Steelers for my pick. So for my prediction, I'm going to say the Texans. But for the pick, though, I'm going to have to give it to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But otherwise, that is it for your NFL prediction picks for your NFL playoff wildcard round week. Either way, with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for more information. We will not be doing a Broncos toast video this week because, well, it's not because the Broncos have been eliminated from the playoffs. It's because, well, we're not playing this week. We got the no one seed. Of course, by this point onwards, by that point onwards, of course, we would now be playing in the divisional round coming up. And, of course, we'll have to wait and see what will happen for, the remainder of the season. Either way, with that being said, stay tuned for the division round coming up. I will be doing the NFL predictional picks for the divisional round for the NFL playoffs coming up next week. I don't know when, but either way, with that being said, that is it for today's video. I'm Josh, and I am the Super Football Fan number 18 here, and I'll see you guys with another video. Broncos country, let's ride! Bye-bye, Bronco fans. Bye-bye.